Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Showdown. It's my pleasure, the one Sid Phoenix, to be here with my co-commentator tonight, my best friend, Henry Winter.
Good to be here. Good to be here. It crackled through the microphone.
But tonight, we have it, finally. The both enforcers, Cerebral Steve from the Playtime Mafia is against Big Duncan from the Persian Empire. We're going to see which is the best enforcer.
Yeah, we're going to see kicks versus size.
Which one's going to win? And then the return of Luna Rocks, finally, after 2 years waiting. 2
years since we've seen Luna Rocks.
So let's get straight to ringside and let's get this show on the way.
Your first match of the evening is a singles match set for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, accompanied by Cerebral Steve, representing the Playtime Mafia, Jairo Lewis!
Well, smattering of applause there. I think people still not quite sure how to take the Playtime Mafia. Definitely seemed last week to side on the well, let's be honest, on the side of good.
Yeah, we're going to say
UKW.
Respecting their fans, respecting them, yeah. And again, there we have it. We see it. Respecting the audience.
I like these two as well. They're quite funny. You know what? Most underrated comedy team ever.
Keep saying it. Tell everyone.
I am telling everyone. These two are the most underrated talkers ever.
Appreciate it. You heard it here first, wherever the camera is.
Guys, let's go.
Playtime Mafia, they're appreciating our commentary.
See, at least it's not just me that tells everyone that we're the best commentary team in British wrestling. It's universally adored. Let's be honest as well, I'm so universally adored. I hope our camera team have picked this up. There's a Henry Winter sign in the crowd. I haven't wrestled for a month.
We've also got to remember, last week we saw Jairo Lewis get beat down by the Persian Empire, but he's looking in good shape here. There doesn't seem to be any injuries held there. He's looking okay.
Well, yeah, nothing that's obvious, nothing that we don't know what damage was done to him.
Please welcome to the ring his opponent, accompanied by the Persian Empire, Johan Lunt!
Here he is, the man that is still undefeated in 2022 since joining the Persian Empire.
He's like the anti-Horus, isn't he?
We've got a man on a losing streak, a man on a winning streak.
They should tag together and just level things out.
Look at that smile, you can see he's still happy that he's on.
I was just about to say credit to him, he's on his own.
He's never going to be on his own. Since he joined this Persian Empire, he's always someone in tow, whether it's 1, 2 or 3. Tonight it's all 3.
Rubbish. Honestly, I was so excited when I saw just first time anyone's ever been excited to see Johan Hunt. I was so excited when I saw just Johan come out. Apparently as well, I've been told I'm not allowed to refer to him as Mowgli. Mowgli doesn't like being called Mowgli, so we'll have to stick to Wolf Boy, I think. Well, let's give the Persian Empire their proper introduction. We've got Bald Man, Funky Donkey, Stinkster, and of course in action up first.
So I'll give him the proper
Wolf
names
Boy.
then. Mustafa Khan, Big Duncan, Leonie Rose, and Johan Hunt, raised by freaking wolves.
And again, we've still not got an answer to the question, how freaking were the wolves? Why Big Duncan? I'm sick of saying it. But the big is look at him. If anyone needs to be told he's Big Duncan, they must be massive.
They're either the same size as him, or they're just partially blind.
Yeah.
Jester obviously finding something funny there from Big Duncan. Is it good to get on the bad side? Oh, he said Johan Hunt's going to eat him alive here.
Well, he's no longer called the Jester, but willing to have a laugh, it seems, at Duncan's expense. All Funky Donkey, bless him. Oh, Mustafa Khan again drawing off with 9-year-old kids in the crowd. Stinky having her saying, here we go.
Underway on the opening match by UKW Showdown here. We have Jester J-Roll Lewis against Johan Hun. Playtime Mafia versus Persian Empire.
Would you like a now classic Henry Winter spoiler alert?
Come on then, let's see it.
Goodbye Wolf Boys undefeated streak, that's what I'm saying.
Even though he's got 3 of his supporting members all are cast out here tonight.
Well, I'd take 1 heart kick from Steve over a funky donkey all day.
Hey, obviously they've got a match later tonight. Are they going to be able to keep separated here?
Oh, there he is, J-Roll. As you said before, it's Enforcer versus Enforcer, but that's the beauty of this match.
We've got it there. Big Duncan staring at Cerebral Steve there.
What we've learned about the Persian Empire is they're only ever going to get involved when people's backs are turned. So whilst it's just 1 man in Steve and the 3 of them, they're not going to do anything in the vision of someone else.
Yeah, we have seen that they have to do sneak attacks.
Plus with Leona Rose, we saw how quickly she ran away from the Playtime Mafia last week. Anyone who hasn't seen that, check out last week's Showdown on YouTube. It's well worth a laugh. Here goes J-Roll.
Oh, Johan there with a quick cut-off.
Well, not ideal.
But you've got to be careful here. This is the numbers game could be used.
I'm going to take us away from that action and point out Funky Donkey trying to desperately get in the head of
I'm going to say they are very close here. But it's good to see Cerebral Steve is not biting there. He's just let him do his talking, focus on helping his opponent.
I hope we got a good angle there. I'm not sorry to cut you off. This is funny. I hope we got a really good angle there of Funky Donkey talking to Steve. It looked like a lad in a bar trying to pull a young lass, asking him what he drinks and whether he comes here often. I think their levels they'll stoop to this Persian Empire.
God, ref needs to get in here.
Johan Hunt there, it's worth pointing out, usually you see people adopting a choke in the corner, but his foot firmly planted on the chest of Jester, trying to maybe drive the air out of him.
Oh, hits it.
And a Wolf 19, what are we calling that?
I'm sure he'll take that if you want to name it.
Well, now I own the naming rights, so on ukwrestling.tv/Henry Winter, we'll have Wolf 19 foam hands.
No, look at it here. Look at him distracting that ref, just taking the eyes. And
this is where Steve needs to do his job. He can't stand there effortlessly. Come on.
There is Steve. Oh, just loose sent straight into that post by Leonie Rose there. And there, that smirk, that smile from Johan Hunt. Look at him. See, there
he didn't do anything.
That's what he does.
He's claiming that's what he does. He did
Someone
nothing.
Else beats him up, and that's what he does.
That's what I do. I stand here while Stinky does all my work for me. Oh, snap suplex.
Just whipped him over there.
J-Roll landed on the lower of his back. That's going to send some tingles down your legs. Just a running clothesline. Big shot to the chin.
Got off up to second rope here.
Oh, huge shotgun drop.
Shotgun drop it, second rope there. But
oh, damn.
That impact from earlier on that back has took effect. From J-Roll here. Both men down. Ref giving us the count.
This crowd, just as we are, wheeling J-Roll to his feet. Now J-Roll, kick his head off. Oh.
Oh. Sends him off.
Had that one scouted but missed.
Super kick to the gut, man.
Wow. Oh. Spiking him on the top of his head.
Steve there, appreciating that. Oh, God.
Huge from J-Roll after those educated kicks, obviously taking some lessons from his young protege. Where's J-Roll going here? Well, Persian Empire.
But what's Mustafa and Big Dunk? Why are they coming round to Cerebral Steve here? What are they coming round for?
Whoa. What's going on here?
Up? They've back Steve up. Oh, Wolf played it in the ring. No, hits the Wolf right in the ring. No.
Oh, the kick.
Oh, good job of Cedric coming out.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Here we go.
Big now, under that Persian Empire.
Get him, John. Get him, John. Forget commentary, boys. We just need them to get him. What's going on in the background? There's too much going on.
We've got the confrontation here. Jonathan
Far too much going on. What is happening?
Slinny Rose, big dunk him aside.
Now Johan Hunt distracted.
Johan Hunt's now trying to get in. He needs
Johan
to
Hunt
remember.
distracted by his own boys.
What?
Into the cover.
We're gonna. We're in it.
Bye-bye.
He's undefeated streak over. Finally, Johan Hunt has been defeated here.
Good job there, Persian boys. Nailed it.
Oh, there you have it. When the numbers game was evened up here, Persian Empire have not been able to save their man Johan Hunt in keeping that undefeated streak.
And Luna Rock's not waiting until a return to make a return.
Not even waiting for that main event return tonight. She's coming straight out and saying, not having none of that.
I think the last time Luna Rocks was in a UKW ring, she was defending a women's tag team titles against me and JPR. That's how long that's been. The things that have changed since then.
There we have it.
Come on, Sedge, just kick him.
All the line-up squared up.
Right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen at home, if you look at the timer on YouTube, you'll be able to see that this only took 10 seconds for the Persian Empire to back down yet again from a challenge. On the upside, though, Stinkster didn't hightail it and run this time.
She's at the back, though. Have you noticed she's hid behind everyone?
She is behind. She's behind Wolfie.
Well, she's going to be last in the ring now.
Only because she didn't realise.
It's nice to see the Persian Empire finally being pushed out that ring, not holding the ground anymore.
See you later, guys. Nice to see you. Said nobody.
Oh, there we have it. Like I said, we're on tonight. Enforcer.
Oh, Wolfie's in trouble.
First time he's lost.
Shelby, get a live interview from him. Wolfie's in trouble.
Playing into him there.
Wolfie got in trouble.
He's probably won over 10 matches and he loses one and gets talked to like that.
Well,
he needs to speak to the rest when they tag up together. They don't seem to have a good record.
Well, there we go. Why did no one's head get kicked in?
4 on 4. That's what we like to see when numbers are even. The Persian Empire are not looking strong here.
No, forget her.
Jero Lewis picking up that huge victory for his Playtime Mafia faction. And getting that victory there of the Persian Empire.
I don't know what you were saying. I was too busy talking to Jero. I
I just left
apologise.
you into it. I was like,
Oh, Hamza's the new UKW heavyweight champion. Mustafa Khan was so desperate to run away that he left his championship belt. What a turd.
Your next match is a singles match and it's for your round-the-clock championship. Making his way to the ring first, the current champion, accompanied by Robert DeCaro, representing the Society, Remus Kane!
there we have it, our new around-the-clock champion. After last week, picking up that sneaky victory, so it's catching our former champion Billy O'Keefe off guard.
Listen, I saw an interview on social media, it may have been his own, Remus Kane making a, as much as it pains me to say, Remus Kane making a very valid point about he worked well within the rules of the Around the Clock Championship. We can talk about how valiantly Billy's defended it, we can talk about whether or not it was the moral right thing to do, but he worked within the rules and he makes a good point.
Hey, I've got to agree. I told them to show me something. Showing that smartness there to take the advantage. Billy's just gone for a tough match, coming in, picking up victory, becoming a new Around the Clock championship. I took notice.
Listen, I think it would be hypocritical of me sat here after what I've done for 5 years to talk about people bending and breaking rules, but he worked within the rules of the match and he got the job done.
He waited for our official, took the pin and got it.
There's not much that you can say. And again, these two, whether you like them or not, and believe me, I do not, they're showing us something. Like you said, they're showing you something. Working together as a tag team, far better than we've seen them.
They came out when I took over this show saying, give us a chance, give us a chance. I said, show me something. Give me wins, show me that you can perform in this ring, and I'll give opportunities. So far, they're looking good.
Now, all of that being said, I'm not going to remain impartial. I hope they get battered.
Well, is this an easy challenge for him or not? Young Horace here on a losing streak.
Friday Night Showdown today, the 11th of March. We've seen Johan Hunt's undefeated streak end. Is Horace, or Young Hopeless as Mad Ed called him last week, gonna carry on the turning things around?
I was speaking to him earlier. He's currently on a 19-match losing streak here. This will be number 20 if he loses tonight, which I don't think he'll want on his record.
Yeah, he's like the anti-Undertaker. No Horace t-shirt.
Hey, he's come ready. That means he's prepared.
Well,
he's looking ready.
And wait, let's just clarify. Did Young Horace just say hello to us and not blame you for everything going on in his life?
How are you doing, gents? Is it because he's finally got a championship match here?
I was talking to Young Horace a couple of weeks ago, and he told me it was your fault his bus was late. And now we've got a how you doing, gents? Maybe he saw Johan Hunt's streak go and he's hoping his own does, and he's in a good mood about it. Oh, Robert De Caro now arguing with the 9-year-old girl.
Have it around the clock championship match. The bell has rung, so now only the two competitors in the ring are now able to win the belt. But remember, when that bell does ring again, anyone at any time can pin the champion, whoever it may be.
This is. I'm going to choke on these words as I say them. Yet again, whilst we said Remus Kane operated within the rules of the championship to win it the way he did, he's also continuing Billy O'Keefe's trend of putting it on the line in sanctioned matches.
Yeah, he's bringing that belt up there saying, I want to defend it. I don't want it to just be the belt where you get hit behind the head like I got done when I had the belt. He's wanting it to be, if he loses it, in a clean match.
I didn't realise you were a former around-the-clock champion.
I am a former around-the-clock champion.
The things you learn.
I'm sure
the prestige of that title just went way up for me.
Look at that. We've seen technical work from Remus Kane. Just holding him nice. I was going to say. He just said you fought because that's a nice headlock takeover.
Right. Listen, I'm going to try really, really hard to say this. Remus is... Wait, I'll gas. He's wrestling really well. Really well.
Remus is.
Oh, I nearly threw it.
Hey, it's the first time we've seen him do technical holds here and trying stuff. Normally it's that in strike as quick as you can, win, get out.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you were going to peg this, if we'd have had time to talk about this before a match, you would say that a ground-based grappling match would suit Young Horace, but yeah, Remus Kane more than holding his own at the moment.
Seeing a new side of him here tonight. Oh, I'm holding on there.
Yeah, keeping hold of that. Horace not doing enough to get out of the headlock. That was more hopeful than it was well thought out.
Trying a few strikes, that one breaks.
A huge running shoulder tackle.
Has he got an air of confidence now? He's become the around-the-clock championship. He seems to have an air of confidence about him now, Remus Kane. Showing some nice agility here, keeping up with Young Horace in the ring.
What is going on? We've entered the backwards world.
I'm going to say, Johan Hunt's undefeated streak gone. Remus Kane showing us technical wrestling and keeping up with someone faster and more agile than himself.
Oh. Or has he still got a dark side?
Yeah, there's still that old school dark side he has to it. No, is he going to... Oh, there we see that dark side you were mentioning. Has he thrown him out for his tag partner to have a little sneak in? Oh, he's taking the injury. There it is.
Suddenly Remus has a boo-boo.
But ring smarts, are we saying? He's using it to his advantage. He's got someone out there that can put a beat down.
Yeah, I mean, use it to his advantage. Now it's easier to say, what a piece of trash. Now I feel better. And it doesn't take away from how effective it is, but not exactly the most moral route to victory, shall we say?
Straight to sleeper hold. I'm going to say it's a pretty dominant performance here from Remus Kane.
Yeah, he has definitely had the better going of this. Horace trying to fight back out of this again. It's going to be said like a heavyweight boxer almost. Remus Kane has tried to stay on top, keep his body weight on top of Horace, try and grind him down.
And the cover, look, even hooking the leg and putting full body weight on.
Covered the outside, hooked the outside
he's done
leg.
Everything to make him use every effort to kick out of that. That is...
Listen, CDP, I'm worried that you're a society fan.
Hey, I could be turning into one here, looking at what he's doing.
I mean, he's also now just choking him in the corner and use his tag partner, so he's still a piece of human trash.
Hey,
but
you never know. If he follows me, I could turn him around and get rid of that dark side. And...
Oh my god. CDP's recruiting.
The One Nation might need some members.
The One Nation. a collection of 20 around the clock champions.
Former around the clock champions only.
Oh wait, that could be terrifying. You've got Jepson and Billy O'Keefe in that. The Sheik himself.
Going back to that, young Horace, high risk and hit there with that axe handle off the top. That only got himself 2 count. And straight away, Remus back up top. Forearm into chop there. Oh, choking again.
Bending the rolls right to the point of breaking and then easing back.
Oh, jawbreaker hit! Spinning kick, but he catches him. Oh!
Wow.
Ensingiri there. Oh, he's rocked but not down, shall we say? Oh.
Running knee. Horace rocking and rolling a little bit now. Just a shin kick to the side of the head. What's he setting up for here? He's looking for that running bulldog.
No, he's... Oh. Has he got it? Oh! Is this it? Oh!
Nearly another potential member of the One Nation and around the clock champion in young Horace. Imagine breaking your 19 losing streak in a championship match.
A champion. One way to end that streak.
Caro there just jarring off a little bit at Horace, trying to get into his head. And what's Remus Kane setting up for?
This is what we see with young Horace, slowing it and forgetting to just keep working on that opponent. Oh, wheelbarrow? Does he get him?
Oh! It's a spine buster. Well, that was 2 9/10.
That was so close. A Remus Kane retaining.
I think the hairs on Hamza's head almost touching the mat there. That's how close that was. Unbelievable kick out. What's he setting up for now? Is it a 1 drop?
I was going to say, are they doing a salute to me there?
Is it a further application to join the One Nation? Young Horace it. And Bobby DeMarco getting involved. And gets a drop kick for his troubles by Bobby. But Horace feeling that one as well.
I was doing that, taking his attention off Remus Kane there. Cost him the opportunity.
Huge forearm, rocking Horace in the corner. What's he going for here? Is that TKO?
Which he calls the Sinner Lights.
The Sinner Lights. And there we have
Still round the clock champion,
Sinners. Sinners Lights, sorry.
Sinners Rights.
Yes. And still, our round the clock champion is Remus Kane. His number 20 loss for young Horace. 20-0 losing streak.
I think the less said about that, the better. What we do need to focus on is, again, like him or hate him, and believe me, we hate him, Remus Kane showing us something in the ring again.
Remus Kane, very impressive here tonight.
Absolutely dominant performance between the ropes. He was in control from start to finish. Horace never looked like he was getting a look in. And you've got to give credit where credit is due.
That's right,
And that's it. First defence over and retaining. Yeah, that confidence gained from that belt there.
Well, speaking of confidence, I think young Horace might be an all-time low at 20-0.
Hopefully he doesn't shout at me for this.
He might do. Let's see if he does.
We're going to revert back to the old. That's 20. Just reverting. He knows it was 20 and can't believe it. The disappointment. He just went.
You think he'd be trying not to count that?
Yeah.
Your next match is in a singles match, set for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring first.
Well,
please welcome.
Technical issues.
Technical difficulties don't stop when you've got the lungs of Shelby Steiner there, just bypassing the microphone completely.
We need your
and
magic
screaming
words
into
that
the.
fix these technical.
Do I need to fix it? Well, we've got another microphone here. I wonder if that's going to work any better. I may have fixed it.
Here he is, the man himself. His huge apology last week. JPR apologising. Oh, it's there! The handshake from Henry Winter to JPR.
Listen, we talked about this last week. I made it clear that I wanted to look at footage. I wasn't going to offhand accept the word of someone that clearly was playing with blurred lines, but he's right. Taking advantage of the arm in the ring never bothered me. I stood up and offered him the hand. He fought hard and he earned my respect. My issue obviously was with the attack at the end, and he's right, he had very little part in that. So if his plan all along was get to the Weasel, that aligns with my own personal views, so I'm absolutely okay with it.
Hey,
I'm not going to stop though with that he does look like a pound chop Raven. Even with respect, he needs to understand.
Are a high brand. I've seen the branding. They are high quality.
It's J brands.
Here we have. Last week we saw him in the 10-man mini bash. Jacob Reed. These two fared off.
Well, listen. I somewhat disrespectfully took to social media to refer to this as Pound Chop Raven versus Pound Chop Rowan. But if we're going to be real honest with ourselves, Jacob Reed on his UKW Showdown debut last week wasn't a poor account of himself.
He was one of the final two competitors in that 10-man, and now we're going to see him in singles action for the first time. He has come through the Genesis brand, and now he's here on Showdown tonight. Not a fan. Oh, JPR, they're not happy.
Well, I don't know what's going on here, but JPR unhappy about something.
And Jacob Reed just getting in the head of JPR already. He's only entered the arena here, and JPR's already been off balance, should we say. He's got angry. It's like, you need to not do that.
Oh, JPR checking the throw.
Here we have it, an unknown quantity in Jacob Reed. We only got a snippet of what he could do in that 10-man mini bash. But we know what JPR can do. We've seen him many times here.
Now that we're officially friends, I'm going to have to ask JPR, why wear a hat to the ring if he then feels the need to comb his hair? Just comb it backstage.
Come out hatless.
Yeah.
Oh, straight away his leg. Has Jacob Reed already hurt JPR here in that takedown?
Well, listen, maybe Jacob Reed knows something that we don't. Obviously, that over-the-top rope battle royal last week, you're falling a long way from the top of the rope to the floor at ringside. Maybe he tweaked a knee, an ankle, a hip. Like maybe Jacob Reed's seen him hobbling in the
maybe he was in the ring and saw him grimace or even scream at him.
Maybe he's seen him backstage applying tape somewhere, or there could be some insider knowledge.
Oh my God! He took his head off there.
Well, here comes another oh damn.
Nice
phenomenal job from the referee
what
there.
a referee in there. See it. I'm sorry, that shoulder's not down. Telling
what a
him
phenomenal job. How did Jacob Reed kick out when I'm pretty sure JPR took his head from his shoulders with that clothesline?
Oh, but that leg is giving him chips straight away. You can see he couldn't get across the ring.
There's definitely a problem there.
He's used it all on that fast run out.
He's running on a bum wheel, and Reed quick to take advantage of it.
Already seen it, and yeah, centre of the ring, struggling here. He's not got the rope.
In the leg. Is that the first third of a kick out?
I was going to say, he needs to be careful tapping like that. Oh! Jacob Reed planting that shin and knee into that JPR's knee and breaking it. Oh! JPR nowhere to go here.
Bodies should not bend this way.
This could be over soon here.
We'll call it muscle damage, ligament damage. Obviously the joint itself's in there.
No, Jacob Reed letting go of that hold. Not happy there.
Is it? Are we going to point to inexperience?
I'm going to say, yeah. You've got to target a body part. We've seen him limping. He should be targeting that every move.
Is it inexperience? Is it maybe his impatience from Jacob Reed? Is he too keen to get the job done? Just sit in that hold. Just work that limb.
Oh, that cover. Just a disrespect. Just using the boot to try and pin him there. Oh, and again, we said it might have been, but he's gone back to it. So maybe he's heard us here at commentary. He's working that knee that seems to have gone JPR on that initial single leg takedown we saw so early on. Oh.
Well, I don't have a patented Henry Winter nickname for Jacob Reed yet, but maybe so far we can call him the man of 4 holds, because he's shown us all 4 of them so far. Oh,
there it is there. We've seen that now, the headlock.
If he gets one more, he's the man of a half dozen holds, and that's it. That's a t-shirt done.
JPR able to take wrist control here.
I thought again he was giving up on that hold, but no, JPR, like you said, taking wrist control.
JPR needs to be careful. He needs to realise the size of Jacob Reed here. He was just like, yeah, I'll just grab that rope.
Anyone else would be in trouble there.
If I was in there, I'd be like, I need to climb to that rope. It's miles.
Young Horus would be dead centre of the ring. But yeah, Jacob Reed, easy reach.
Hey, he's just targeted there. A quick kick to the knee, but you see it. JPR hobbling, but gets that quick reversal. Has he? Yes, he's got enough to get that line in. There's him over. Oh.
There's the Alan Shearer kick. My boy. Paying homage
too long to cover and no hook of the leg. Come on, JPR.
Again, that bum wheel. Every chance he gets, he's concerned, obviously, about that. In fact, as we're looking at this angle, is there some bruising there? Can we see to the outside of the knee? There's definitely some bruising on the outside of that right knee.
Yes, something's come already. Jacob Reed now targeting the other knee there. Picking him up, making him cast to hold his whole weight there on that leg.
Oh, back to...
Oh, he's got a new one.
This is it.
He's got his name.
That's the 6th. The man of a half dozen holds comes true. UKWrestling.tv/Henry Winter.
Oh, the strength for JPR, just enough still left in them legs to send Jacob.
Well, again, in not a disrespectful way, was it the size and strength and weight of JPR that drove that out as much as strength? Because that leg is bothering him immensely. Just a club there as well.
You can see he's just in agony here. He's just standing to do anything to take him out.
And absolutely no pace this time on that close. JPR is struggling here with that bum wheel.
Got on top, but how much is it taking out of him being stood up on it?
Just huge clubbing blows.
Red Bull DDT? No! Jacob Reed.
Oh,
able to
but he kept hold of it. He managed to keep hold of him. He's calling for it again. Holding himself up. Is there a
choke holding? No. Jacob Reed breaking out there.
I don't know if it was that he didn't have the momentum with the leg to kick through for the DDT. I don't know if Jacob Reed just stood his ground.
I was going to say, was he showing how much strength he's still got?
And straight back into that knee bar. That right leg must be in pieces at this point. And JPR not with the long limbs of Jacob Reed. A long way from the sanctuary of that bottom row.
Clawing that way. Is he going to be able to make it, or is it a tap? It's got it.
And Reed, we've seen releasing holds, decided he was keeping hold of that one for a while.
That was the first time we've seen him hold.
He was going to get himself disqualified at refusing to get off the hold there.
JPR kicks in.
Oh, there it is. There it is. This could be it. Get ready.
You have it that quick, how quick he can hit that red rum DDT there to get that victory.
And your winner, JPR!
Huge victory for JPR, getting the revenge
All
on the
shot,
man that eliminated
shot
him.
Raven getting his pound of flesh.
That bash. On that mini bash, obviously the warm-up for our pay-per-view coming at the end of this month.
Listen,
Great British Bash.
Listen, I lost there for Jacob Reed, but the experience gained from his first one-on-one match on Friday Night Showdown is going to be invaluable for this kid.
Go away, Jacob. Go away.
Well, he did as he was told, so you've got to give him that.
See, I've spoken
Take a breath, bro.
to UKW management, and I've had a match.
That's me,
That's been
Miss Lawrence, it's Jonathan St.
really in my mind.
Where do you apply? I want to be.
For a while. It's going to be me versus you at the Great British Bash.
That's March 26th.
That is March 26th.
March
Cayman Carlisle,
26th,
JPR,
right here in
one-on-one.
the UKW arena.
Live on Fight TV.
And I promise
And the
you this,
UKW
Cayman,
network as well.
chaos will see. The chaos will see, Cayman!
But the massive announcement, I allowed him to announce it tonight, obviously, to let
I
Cayman
allowed him to
Carlisle.
announce it in my new role as assistant to the general manager of Friday Night Showdown.
But all you can see, the agony is in. He's got a victory there for JPR, but what has it took out of him? That limp on that leg there is... It's a serious limp. He's going to have to get straight to medical. Hopefully they're waiting for him behind the curtain.
We need ice on that pretty quick.
Your next match is a singles match set for one fall, making his way to the ring first, accompanied by the Persian Empire.
This is what we've been waiting for.
This is it. Enforcer, first out from the Persian Empire.
The questions that we need answering. Has Big Duncan got enough body armour around him to stop that heart kick?
Hey, he's the enforcer. He should be coming out.
young Horus, not young Horus, sorry, Cerebral Steve get his leg high enough to kick him in the chest?
Hey, I've took that heart stopper to the chest. If it's in the gut...
You're not 6'9",
Yeah.
CDP.
But what I'm saying, the force of it doesn't matter where it hits.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, and they can't come out on the road. 6'9", 430 pounds, I think, and comes out with his best.
433 had a burger
You
for
must be
breakfast.
one of the thickest people I've ever met.
Again, Duncan's
You're
pretty fit.
still trying to give the Persian Empire orders, telling us who we wrestle, when we wrestle? No, son. Mustafa Khan and the Persian Empire, we make the decisions.
They don't.
We decide. So tonight, Big Duncan, you're going to be facing no loser from UKW.
Newsflash, Persian Empire run from challenge.
There you have ruined our enforcer match. I was looking so much forward to tonight. It was going to be the highlight. We was going to see the size and strength against the striking match. Cerebral Steve.
Yeah, it's not going to sell many headlines. It's not breaking news that the Persian Empire once again run from a challenge. I say run, the walk. I'm not saying the two of them run
I
anywhere.
say they run, but it's
Alright,
Mustafa
ladies and
Khan
gentlemen, we'll
every
move
time.
on. Your next match is a tag team match and is set for one fall. Making their way to the ring
You know who
first,
this is.
the team of Shane McDoon and Tommy Dillon. Wild Shake!
There we have it. These lads are coming off that brilliant victory at Pride and Glory when they outsmarted
Sid, shut up.
Duncan.
Shut up
You've
and
got
listen
remember,
to me.
Pay-per-view, if you haven't seen it, what these two did to Big
crowned
Duncan.
these two, Team Wild Shake, and today I have come prepared
Will they accept it
with
now?
a couple of Wild Shakes.
They're not looking at you. Yeah, come on!
Guys, Wild Shakes for Team Wild Shake!
Wild Shake!
Yeah!
They have accepted your Wild Shake.
Team Wild Shake. Can't believe you tried to steal my thunder with the Wild Shake.
I'm just getting over what that did to Big Duncan at Pride and Glory.
Oh, no, that was you. No, you're right. You're right. I am willing to talk about how they made him look like a retard, like an idiot. What an idiot he looked.
Come on, he's just ruined our Enforcer match, Big Duncan. So these guys getting it over, getting that win and stopping Big Duncan from being in that main event was brilliant. Obviously tonight they've got that opportunity. Show us what they've got in Team Wild Shake.
Here's a nice change of pace for a CDP. We can be completely impartial because we love Team Wild Shake, we love Jepson and Billy O'Keefe, and we're just going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
I don't think I can fix this technical issue, I'm sorry.
It's not a good day.
UK Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the team of Billy O'Keefe and Andrew Jackson. UKW Tag Team Champions here. Then Billy O'Keefe, Andrew Jepson, and then
Here's the boys. I don't have a present for them.
They've got their present,
Boys.
that bell.
Boys, I don't have presents for you, but you can have a Jolly Rancher.
There you have it.
I don't have presents for them, but they can have one of Shelby's Jolly Ranchers.
They've seen some great momentum here from the New Dawn since they've
A Billy and a Jepson sign in the crowd from the young fans.
It'll be interesting to see how they start this match up.
Well, trying to fix technical issues.
I have respect shown from Wild Shake there to our UKW Tag Champions in the New Dawn.
Let's just enjoy this one. You know what? No Persian Empire to be seen.
Yes, it's a pleasure to see an even match, numbers measured, everyone going to respect each other in that ring.
We're going to get no problems, nobody coming out waffling. We're just going to get to see these two go at it.
There we have it.
What if we
Shake
combine them?
Against Billy O'Keefe to start us off here.
What if it's a new Wild Shake Dawn?
One count there. Billy going for that quick one, trying to end it early.
I don't think it's going to be disrespectful to the Shake to point out that Billy's going to have the speed advantage in this one.
Oh yes, Billy's definitely bringing the speed in this on against these two. But you got to remember that boxing background that the Shake does have.
Shakey's got the boxing background. He's also got the fattest wallet. He's also got the fattest wallet in UKW. So could he bribe Billy O'Keefe? Young Billy might be looking for a fancy car, and the Shake could sort him out.
Oh, right, nearly getting hit. But Billy over the
O'Keefe
top
again.
gets him in. Still only a 2 count now. We've seen some fast covers here to start.
Oh, a drop kick from Billy O'Keefe. Trying to get Shake out of his corner.
Just a 1 after that.
Well, to be fair, there's Shake's advantage, his resilience.
Has Billy got the strength? Yes, he's up.
Of course he has. Into the cover, hooking the outside leg.
Covering him fully, making Shake McDoon have to kick. And you saw it, you got to the 2 count there. Before you could release the referee. Oh, yeah.
Here comes
Shake's out that one. I was like, no.
Absolutely fair. Fair reaction to the world's fastest giant is how we have to refer to him.
Shake was like getting dragged over there for some tag action. He was like, no, not facing Jepson today.
I mean, Tommy Dillon willing to take this on, but even he doesn't look overly keen on the prospect. Like, again, we say it time and time again, and I don't mean this disrespectful. He's an absolute freak, Andrew Jepson. An absolute freak. Stands about 6'4", tips £300 and moves as if he's Billy O'Keefe. It's ridiculous. And there's a massive wall when you run into him, it seems, as well. Let's not forget that.
If he plants them feet, he is not being shifted at all.
Oh. Dylan using some quickness there. Trying to cut the big man in half. Big European uppercut. No, absolutely not. That isn't what should happen. Why is the big man moving around like a lightweight? What is happening?
Just ducking.
And a reversal. Oh, there's the leg lariat. Jepson, a freak. I think we can all see it.
We say it every time, and then when he does it in the ring to back it up, there it is. Time in, time out. It's not a one-off, it's every time.
Unbelievable the way he moves. He moves like a luchador.
Oh, he's back out of the middle.
Massive. This could be it. This could easily be it. Notice as well, Billy O'Keefe spot how close he was to the ropes and took a hold of that outside arm of Tommy Dillon. Oh, shotgun drop kick.
Firing the wildcat straight into that buckle. Oh, nice duck under there, tip the form. Can he hit it? Dreadman monkey flip.
Oh.
No. Wildcat countering there.
Hung up painfully on the ring top rope there.
Right, you can see the Sheik's happy to get in on this one now, seeing it's Billy in the ring. I'm going to see a nice double team. Oh, double clothesline there.
Was it? I think it was just a double chest strike from the two of them, but it was enough to drop Billy.
Then targeted strikes, so we're going to see more of that boxing background. No, just needs the one there.
Could it be said this crowd really struggling with who to back here? They, obviously, fans of both of these teams.
So it's who do you want to actually lose? Someone must lose tonight. Oh, there we are in targeted strikes we mentioned earlier. The boxing background from the Sheik.
Billy reversing that one. Just a knee to the gut from Billy O'Keefe. Oh, turnaround's fair play.
Oh, there it is, that splash. Oh. Shaking enough.
I wonder, I thought Muktum was looking like he was going to go for some sort of rim break in the initial there, and then powered him over in the slam.
And then you saw his tag partner, like Tommy Dillon, telling him, pin, come on.
Well, these two doing a good job now of cutting the ring in half. We talk about the strength and the speed of the freak Jepson, but useless out on the apron at the moment.
Well, they can keep him out. Trying it again, but not this time. Second time, not the champ.
Billy O'Keefe. It's worth mentioning as well, I don't know if we can see a replay, if we've got an angle of that, but I think Sheikh Muktum and Tommy Dillon clashing heads as they fell.
Oh, that tag was... Should we say millimetres?
Wow.
Coming in.
I think if Billy hadn't trimmed his fingernails, there would have been a tag happen just then.
There it is, that. In comes Jepson.
And Jepson just cleaning house here. What's he looking for here? Oh,
double line takes both men of Team Wild Sheik down here.
What's Billy O'Keefe doing?
Billy, gone to the top rope here. Oh,
what is he getting? What is he doing?
Holding both men together.
Jepson making sure the both. Oh, wow! Billy O'Keefe, body on the line, just hurling himself off the top rope.
Just a two though from that swan tom off the top there. Sheik knowing he's got to get back into his corner. Oh, Wildcat taking that buckle to the chest there. We saw it earlier. Team Wildcheck was cutting off the ring. Now we see from New Dawn cutting off that ring.
Here goes Jepson.
All these quick tags here, succession, keeping each man fresh here.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Great tag team moves there. Billy Bulldog.
Bulldog from Billy. This could be it in the cover.
The shake.
McToon breaking things up.
Keeping his Team Wildcheck hopes alive here.
Again, we're starting to see the tag team prowess now
we're
of
seeing
Billy
them now
O'Keefe and Andy
cutting off that
Jepson.
ring from Team Wildcheck. Taking up.
There's the huge back suplex. Again, we pointed out earlier, 6'4" Andrew Jepson. That's a long way to fall onto your back.
Russian leg sweep, nice. Oh, splash. Just a two.
Another kick out from Dylan. Try to get away from Jepson here any chance he can.
Has he got enough momentum? Let's get out. No, it's looking like cutting the ring off again here. Are we going to see a quick tag? There it is.
Billy O'Keefe back in. What the two of them got in mind here? Wow, the bounce off the ring there is.
Still on it, two count after
Tommy
that.
Dillon driven into the mat.
Double suplex, still not enough to pot Team Wildcheck away.
And Dillon showing some fight. Is it enough? Has he made enough separation for him to get to the corner?
Tag. But is this going to be the first time we see the Shake against Jepson here?
Oh God, he's shaking and jumping and straight back out.
What he's going to do here?
Here we go, Billy O'Keefe almost at his corner. Tag to Shake.
And Jepson is in. Has Shake
realised? Shake's realised. He's realised what he's got himself in for.
He just realised.
McToon looking for a tag. Dillon still on the outside, reeling. Oh, things are going to go badly wrong for the Shake.
Nice,
begging for it.
Oh, spinning him around here.
The Shake. There was not enough money in the bank account for Jepson not to do this.
Shake McToon just being spun round and round and round here.
That was 14 by my count. Jepson lost his own bearings.
Both men here.
Looking for a tag. Jepson's going to tag Tommy Dillon.
Oh, Shake's going to tag.
Shake's tag Billy O'Keefe.
He doesn't realise where he's at. Shake McToon, no idea.
Oh, did he duck that? Did he stumble out of the way? Jepson's still not got his bearings.
Feeling it. So, the arm toe crossbody.
Huge crossbody.
Come on. Oh, just 2.5 there. Jepson's still feeling the effects here.
Well, I don't think we've...
Dead man's hand, is it going to hit? Oh, no, countered by Jepson.
Oh, I don't think we've quite got composure back.
Is it up for
tag?
Is it torture act hold? Is he just hold?
Well, he's got him up for an Olympic slam.
Yeah. Oh, he puts him down there.
Oh, here we go. Is it?
Billy O'Keefe with a swan tom off.
Beautiful.
Shake trying to get in. But no, he's not there in time.
Shake is still not had his bearings, I don't think.
Now we have it. The New Dawn here. Victorious here.
Oh, New Dawn!
Whoa, society. Whoa, stay right there. You want to hear what I've got to say? I was impressed tonight.
Oh.
That impressed. At the Great British Bash, I'm giving you two an opportunity at the UKW Tag Championships.
See, we went for the first one. We just got 2 more to collect. you on for us? Sid.
I said show me, and that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
You've got the opportunity. Don't waste it.
Best decision you ever made.
Yes, I've got some hand sanitizer for you,
Thanks.
just to be sure.
First this one.
There we go.
Then goes two.
I'm not sure I would have
One
touched
more time for your UK
had to make that
Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
I'm gonna sanitize my hands because I feel dirty you touching them.
Hey, I thought he was offering me a handshake. You tried dragging me in. Does he realise I've still got strength in myself?
I think he was going to kiss you. You do look good in that shirt, City B.
I'm just that impressed that he got a tag opportunity.
It's just that happy. Just that happy.
Hey, but what we saw tonight from Radu John against what we saw earlier from Remus Kane, should be a good match for them belts. We know Remus Kane took the Around the Clock Championship off Billy O'Keefe. How's he going to be able to take the tag championships off New Dawn here? You're going to have to find out on the Great British Bash, March 26th.
I see what you did there. Advertising. I like it.
Your next match is a singles match and it's scheduled for 1 fall.
Oh, I'm excited.
Making his way to the ring
thing is-
first. Please welcome Joe Sedgwick.
We've got to remember, last week we saw Joe Sedgwick get manhandled by all 4 members of the Persian Empire here. They just dragged him, threw him around. Is he going to be in a state to have a match tonight? He's alright, he's looking good, he looks to survive.
A little beat up. A little beat up. He's doing alright.
He says, I'm alright, I'm alright.
But he looks a lot happier to be here than he did walking into the lion's den. Sorry, the wolf den. I don't want to upset old wolf
Come on,
boy.
raised by freaking wolves, that Persian Empire.
Freaky wolves, yeah.
And please welcome to the ring his opponent, Cliff Harrison. His opponent tonight, the man that sides on the cliff side.
He doesn't side on the good side.
Doesn't side on the bad side, sides on the cliff side.
Well, we're set for another cliffside story, this time against the Crown Prince of UKW.
The man with probably more ring years than most of our roster in Joe Sedgwick. Against the cliffside story that he says on his t-shirt, I can see. Nice handshake there to start off. Respect from both parties here.
I think Joe's just happy that it isn't Mustafa Khan.
isn't one member of that Persian Empire. Oh, just one there. Oh, Joe sweeps that leg. Nah, 1 count. Red flag earning his money here. Oh, ones again. Raining ones here. Oh, crucifix. Still only raining ones.
Well, what a start.
Both men going for that quick victory, shooting straight
I think
off
we saw a 4 count in total. Does that mean it's over?
Now we're seeing great wrist take round. Joe taking the head back, but pin again.
And another count. I'm sure 3 of those counts came quick enough for it to be a 3 count. Is this officially a draw? I don't understand.
This match is going. Oh, buckle there though. Sending Cliff back into that corner, separating some distance. But there we go, we're still going at pace. Whoa, he sent over the top there.
Well, it's fast paced until you get dumped out of the ring, innit?
But fans there made a great point. Got sent over the cliffside there. They're calling the ropes as the cliffside. Joe just taking a minute. Obviously, after that fast-paced start we've just seen here from both men, in Cliff Harrison and Joe Sedgwick, going into that test of strength here. Both men look even in the match, but Joe, quick to get it out, sends Cliff over the top. Obviously, is this what we're going to see at the Great British Bash? 30-man Royal Rumble. At least 2 going to be in there, practicing, throwing their opponent over that top rope.
Oh. Looks like Cliff's going to take a walk on the Joe side here, though.
No.
Maybe.
Really?
No again. Oh, wow. Wow. Joe Cedric concertinaed in a way I've not seen a body bend.
Just a 2 count there. That looked painful.
Wow.
Cliff going up and then firing him out.
Not how you want to land.
We have the crowd split here. Cliff and Joe chants raining through.
I think each member of the crowd is split here as well, deciding on a whim who they're chanting for.
Atomic drop into that leg. Oh! Still only a 2 count after that. Joe, you could see feeling. Still neither man getting on top here.
Elbow strikes. Oh,
stunner! It's that stunner! Cover! Just a 2 after that stunner!
I'm so grateful Joe Cedric ducked and hit that stunner. If Cliff Harrison had connected with that back elbow, I think he would have taken the jaw clean off the face of Joe Cedric. These two with a sign of respect to start the match and then trying to kill each other during it.
Even man giving up here. They've got putting 110% effort in here. Joe trying to get him up for that fisherman suplex. Hits it. Hooks the leg, stays bridge. Just a 2 though.
Well, Joe Cedric likes to borrow the 1 drop, taking a leaf out of the Jepson book with that.
Richie off a driver. But no, not covered. Taking that. Oh, are we going to see?
Oh, what is he doing?
Figure 4? Figure 4?
There it is. Deep as well. It's got those legs completely tied up. Cliff Harrison right in the middle of the ring. Does not have the limbs of Jacob Reed.
He isn't able to just casually stretch over and grab that rope. He's going to have to work.
He's going to need to take a slither on the Cliff side and get to the ropes.
He needs to roll.
Oh, he's reversed the pressure.
Turns the pressure into Joe here.
Now Joe Cedric rolls back through. What? Literally a back and forth affair in what has been a back and forth affair.
We're getting strikes now while the hole's still on.
Oh, it's just a prison fight at this stage. Both men looking spent.
And that's why both men spent, and that's why that hole just broke and gave way. Took it out of both men there. Joe.
Forearm from Joe.
Oh, he's going up! Can he hit it? No. Oh, spinning neck breaker!
And he's kept hold of him. We've seen this before. Oh, there's no need.
No need for that. Oh! It's Joe's own move on him, the fisherman suplex.
I know it was initially thrown out by Lawrence Breeze as a joke, but not something that you enjoy, the Silver Spoon Cedric.
I hate it. The guy has earned every right to be stood in this ring. He's put more ring time in than me. He deserves to be in that ring more than myself.
He is definitely the crown prince of UKW though. That is undeniable.
He has got every aspect to his game. Cliff is meeting that tonight. That's why it's been such fast pace and the change up.
What an advert this has been. What an advert this has been, not only for UKW, but for Genesis and for the UKW Academy in general.
Both men coming through that academy, you see, and there they are putting on an absolute slobber knocker, shall we say.
Mustafa Khan carries the UKW Championship, but he does not represent UKW. This represents UKW.
This is what we want to see. Both men, 110%, neither backing down from a challenge. Oh, we're going to see it. Oh! Push him down, still not enough, still only a 2 count there.
Where are these two getting the energy from?
This is unreal. It seems to be going one way, then it goes the other.
Well, Joe had the energy to kick out, but he hasn't moved since.
I was going to say, I think he's used his last bit, maybe of energy there. Oh, he's going for the cliffhanger. No! Joe picking up. Over that 1 drop. 2.0. Hits!
There it is, into the cover.
it 2.0 because he's very sorry, can have made it better. They've kicked out. Come on,
drop.
I'm going to have to get in there and help him.
Oh, but on the upside, every cloud has a silver lining. It means we get to see the elbow drop.
The hard target.
Here he goes. Oh, maybe
high
not.
risk means high. Oh no.
High risk means high risk, to finish what you were going to say.
He hasn't paid off here.
Oh, what have they got in mind here?
No. Oh, headbutt!
Wow.
Back down. Showdown. Has he got time to hit this?
No idea where he is.
He's on it. It's all right. Oh, he holds his hands up. Oh, hits it. Hard target. Hooks the leg.
And your winner, Joe Sedgwick.
I think the hard target is poorly named because he hits it with such grace and ease. But a shrug to the crowd before he hit that hard target.
He does some bad.
Almost an apology.
Sorry.
Yeah, almost an apology from Joe. Like, I know you like both of us. I have to do something. I'm really sorry.
I want to win here, sir. I'm hitting it.
What a huge
handshake after this match.
Well, both men gave it their all, and it's hard not to respect that.
At the start, we've seen it at the end. Even Cliff raising Joe's arm there.
I say it again, what a perfect advert for UK wrestling. The two of them, utmost respect for each other, hard-hitting affair, and then retaining that respect following a result. Cliff has done himself no harm here after that performance at all.
I think he's even won over the Cliff Harrison fans as well there.
Well, I don't know why he's still saluting you. The one drop didn't give him what he needed today.
Hey,
you played down.
Your next match is your main event of the evening and is a singles match set for one fall, making her
That's how badly she didn't want to wrestle Henry. 2 years, she was like, oh,
accompanied by the Persian Empire, Leonie Rose.
Is this fair? We just heard it announced. The Persian Empire is accompanying Leonie Rose.
We said earlier, every cloud has a silver lining. The cloud is the Persian Empire. The silver lining is we get to see Luna Rocks for the first time in 2 years. So we'll just have to...
Well, she's going to be fired up. She's going to be ready. It's 2 years since you were last here. She's going to be ready tonight to put on a show for the UKW. Still, with our dream ticket in hand. And followed by Big Duncan, who refused by Mustafa Khan that great match he was going to be enforcer. By Johan Hunt, now has a loss to his name in 2022. And Mr. Dodger himself, Mustafa Khan, if there's a challenge and he can get out, he dodges it.
The two biggest members of Persian Empire, both running away from challenges.
But this is not what they're, all of them coming out tonight. Because obviously this is the first time we're going to see Leonie Rose here. And it's a fellow female competitor.
Is there an expiry on this dream ticket?
It expires from the pay-per-view that she won it. And I think she did win it at WrestleBration, so she has until next WrestleBration to cash that in.
What if we just hide it? Should we hide it?
But look, it's meant to be Leonie Rose's match. She still hasn't got into the ring. Big Duncan, Mustafa Khan are nearly in the ring before her.
What are they doing on the apron? Oh, Wolf Boy's joined them.
Obviously, if Leonie Rose here loses, are we going to see the lash out that Mustafa Khan gave Johan Hunt earlier?
I'm going to have to start running air freshener to Friday night. Because I can smell Leonie Rose from here.
She is one half of the longest reigning women's tag team champions, the Pink Power, Luna Rocks!
And here she comes, 2 years away, but it's here. Main event tonight of Showdown. Leonie Rose against Luna Rocks. I'm guaranteed she's going to come through that curtain fired up tonight. Hopefully she isn't alone, because obviously we see the Persian Empire still here. But she is alone.
I don't know. The rest of them are chickens. I take out back to take on them anyway.
But she did come out to support earlier. She wasn't afraid of that chance. She was ready.
Yeah, and I don't think she came out to neutralise Leonie Rose. I think she had her eyes on Funky Donkey and she was going to kick his head in.
Bright colours, you ain't gonna miss Luna tonight.
Yeah, she's never gonna sneak up on you. She's not gonna cut. Oh, just brushed by Funky Donkey.
No, not even scared. It was like, get out of my way. I'm holding.
Listen, you've got your wife's swimming costume on. Get out of the way.
You want a beat down? I'll give it to you.
See you, funkster. That's what she thought. Maybe she was hoping he'd get funky.
Hey, I said I won't call him my name because I don't think he's got a dance move in it.
I think he has, you know. I think there's a secret disco diva in Funky Donkey.
Mustafa Khan down there for giving his final words of encouragement.
What advice is he giving Leonie? Is he saying to her, "Hey, Leonie, we'll cheat and win"?
Yeah. just throw her out to us, the wolves.
Oh, don't worry, Leonie, we'll cheat. That's what we do. It's an absolute joke. Even Leonie clapping for Luna Rocks to start things off.
Oh, we thought we were away. First time back, Luna Rocks, but no. There we are, cheating again to get the upper hand.
I'm not sure Leonie Rose wants to get into a striking contest with Luna Rocks. I'm not sure she should have got into a contest with Luna Rocks in general.
Luna needs to be aware though that all three of the Persian Empire members are stood there waiting on the outside. Now he's swinging neck breaker there.
And straight back into the cover. Luna looking to get this one boxed off.
Getting it done early, but also making Leonie have to use all that energy, keep kicking her out. Hit the move, make a kick. Hit the move, make a kick.
Well, welcome to the Sid Phoenix School of Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is again, they're making the kick out 3 times already in the first couple of minutes of the match. And we see, as it took effect already, Leonie Rose looking tired outside here.
Well, listen, I'll be honest, Johan Hunt looks concerned that Leonie Rose is cowering near him. I don't think he wants Luna Rocks coming out after him. He's walking away, he doesn't want any of this.
He's even separated himself. Oh no, he has! Oh no, he's holding the
once a back's turned. Once Luna Rocks' back's turned, then Johan Hunt. Oh dear!
Oh dear! The foul of that sport chop came straight through into Johan Hunt. Serves him right there.
Luckily he's wearing his plastic look, his leather look, Michael Jackson jacket, so he would have felt all of that, but not ideal from the Persian Empire. It's a kick to the back.
Mustafa Khan, they shout finisher. Really? Does he think Luna Rocks is going to go down that easy?
Shut up, Mustafa Khan.
She's waited 2 years to come back here. She is back.
Well, look, Khan's out here obviously to keep an eye on things after Johan let him down. Let's say that again, Johan Hunt let you down earlier on.
We were annoyed he waited for her back to be turned to then grab it. We were buzzing when she slipped out. Oh, now it's full. It's Big Duncan getting on the chokehold. What's she trying to hit him? Go on, Luna.
Just smash his head in.
Just get out of it.
Fight them all, Luna.
Damn.
I think that might be the first time Duncan's touched a woman in decades.
Oh, man, that raking that face across the ropes. Oh, it's that trademark that she used, that boot in that throat.
Listen, Funky and Wolfboy need to be careful because, as I pointed out the last time we saw Luna Rocks, she was in a tag match against me and JPR. She isn't afraid of fighting men who are considerably bigger than her.
You bring a challenge, she steps up.
As I recall from that match, she beat the snot out of JPR and pinned him. Persian Empire need to bear that in mind. This isn't someone that's going to cower from them.
Oh, stand on the hair, ref. Get in there. Get her off.
I mean, it's very clear, referee. And in credit to Hamza, he did start the count immediately before disqualifying.
Acting like she's done all the work herself tonight. She's had 2 of them boys so far help her out. Are we going to see Mustafa Khan get involved on the outside?
Well, Mustafa Khan doesn't wrestle anymore, does he?
Still on 2. Luna with the fight there. She ain't giving up, like I said earlier.
We can try get this crowd on side, see if she can feed off that energy.
She might not have anyone stood ringside for her, but she's definitely got that crowd about her. Oh, nice back elbow there. Going up to that second rope. Oh, nice.
Sunset flip.
Just there too, though. Luna, they're just throwing that trademark bandana from the Persian Empire saying, get away. But,
I think she was just trying to cover up the face of Joanne Hunt so she didn't feel sick.
But Leonie took huge advantage there, got into that jawbreaker to take back to be on top. Now trying to put a sleeper here.
Well, look, Leonie Rose, as smelly and as underhand as she is, she isn't stupid. She knows what she's doing. Luna has the size and strength advantage. She wants to grind her down, try and take her energy, sap it.
Luna just needs to be careful to not leave the ring. While she's in that ring in the centre, she's safer there than going to this outside.
I say that, I think she might be happy going out and fighting them. One at a time.
Yeah, but one at a time, imagine all the effort it's going to take. No. Enziguri, is it? I see Leonie Rose using that, hooking that outside leg and putting all the body away.
Well, Mustafa Khan looks worried this could be a poor night for the Persian Empire. Oh, what's he doing here, lingering? Referee needs to keep his eye on this.
Both women down here, ref, can't you?
Yeah, that's right, Mustafa Khan. You haven't the sack to fight someone when they're looking at you.
Oh, is she going for that? No, I thought she was going to hit that DDT that she does. Oh, Luna picking her up, ease! Samoan drop there! Cover!
Khan pacing, nerves on the outside of the ring.
One of his members already tonight has lost. He then pulls.
No, don't say lost. Don't say lost. Let's put it how it was. Someone's let him down. One of his minions have let him down.
Scared? He pulls Big Duncan's match, saying we're not doing that. So he's allowing this main event. Luna, kick to the gut. Oh, to the knee. Putting it down to one leg. Nice roundhouse.
Wow, Leonie Rose has no idea where she is.
Oh, grabbing hold of the ref there. Oh. 2 lines there. Firing up here. 3.
On a huge clothesline. This could be it into the cover.
Oh, Toucan, you can hear Mustafa's frustration there. Come on, Leon.
Well, as you rightly said, Wolf Boy let him down.
Pulls the match on Big Duncan.
He has no confidence in Funky Donkey getting the job done. The 4 of them run away from UKW offering them a challenge. And now it looks like Leonie Rose is going to get sat down by Luna Rocks. What a wonderful night for the Persian Empire. We are not enjoying that.
We have waited to see this for weeks for them finally to not be on top.
Oh, here we go. What's Luna Rocks setting up for you? Fighting out and reversing things.
Oh, running back elbow. Running bulldog. Connects. Smashed to Luna, still fighting. Still fighting.
Mustafa Khan insinuating a slow count from the referee.
But did you notice Luna even staring him dead in the eye after she kicked out there? It was like, I'm still here. I'm still fighting.
She might want a shot. And we all know what happens if she asks him for one. He'll run away.
Not tonight, he'll be saying.
Oh, I've got a toenail that's I can't really do this evening.
Right, left drop DDT, tries hooking it in, no. Luna hands her off. Kicks her off, spinebuster.
Wow, what a huge spinebuster.
2. No.
And again, to your point before, as Luna Rock stacked up Leonie on that spinebuster, dead eyeball to Mustafa Khan. She's happy to take on the Persian Empire.
He is freaking here. He is worried.
Look at him pacing around the outside. I don't think he's moved this much in a wrestling match for a while. What is he doing now?
Finally interfered. Hold on the other side. No, the eye ring. The ref hasn't seen it. Oh, the mat slam. Ref needs to take his attention there to the ring here.
Wolf Boy not sure what he should be doing.
Is it being told, bro? Turn around. Come on.
Well, the fans in the audience not happy with what's going on either. Looking like they're going to get involved.
First time he's got involved tonight and he's distracting it. Come on now. Oh, Jonathan!
There we go.
Cerebral Steve! Just a Geraldo's coming to the end. Here we have it. Oh, Jonathan Cedric takes out.
Oh, and it's all broken down. It's all broken down.
Steve against Duncan.
We're not going to be able to keep an eye on everything here.
Against Chester Geraldo's. We've seen it. The beatdown begin. Oh. 1, 2.
Oh, the ring now. It's all gone. It's all gone.
I have missed it. Luna Rock's return in victorious here. I missed it. I was took by everything that was going on there. But we have it. Luna Rocks, welcome back after 2 years. Victorious.
Let's get involved. Sid, me and you. Me and Sid. Right, come on, Sid.
Commentary team.
Shelby, you're down as well. Let's the three of us go join in. Let's brawl.
This is unbelievable. We have the Persian Empire on the outside, cowering to get in that ring.
Oh, they want to keep it going.
Leonie Rose stood behind.
Fed it to the Lions.
Our team here. Oh, Chester Gerald Lewis, Cerebral Steve, and Jonathan Cedric at the side. Luna Rocks. Respect, show them back. After that, we can see the Persian Empire here retreating. They're retreating. But that is all. We've got time for tonight's showdown. We see Mustafa Khan getting angry.
Like, show him some respect. I'll try real hard to look disappointed for him.
But look at him. He's on sorry. I'm sorry, that's all we have time for.
Oh, what a letdown.
Tonight's showdown. We have seen the Persian Empire. 2 losses tonight. 1 man being pulled from the match. Standing strong in our ring is Cerebral Steve, Jonathan Cedric, Chester Gerald Lewis, and Luna Rocks.
Have we got a tissue for Mustafa Khan?
Thank you for watching tonight's showdown.
Tissue for Mustafa Khan.
Next Friday. It's been
Does anybody have a tissue for Mustafa Khan?
I am the one, Sid Phoenix, and my best friend and co-commentator outside of me, Henry Winter. How have you played it? Have you enjoyed it?
Who couldn't enjoy watching them hightail again? We need a tissue for Mustafa Khan. Mustafa Khan needs to get to medical immediately for his tears and his runny nose.
But there we have it. Thank you and good night.
Which one? Come on, City P, let's finish this one up here. Let's finish with a yeah.
Give it up one more time for Jonathan Cedric, Cerebral Steve, J-Roll Lewis, and the one and only Luna Rocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna clap. Oh, even bothered. Here's the only issue. Why did it not last longer?